Hello, 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 hello. It is a pleasure to be with you today. Just a pleasure. So, I am going to be talking to you today about TikTok. I have so many people in my community. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so as I was saying, I have so many people in my community who have been asking me about monetizing on TikTok. So many of us are business owners, entrepreneurs, people who are movers and shakers, and we want to be able to move forward and be able to do a little bit more and become more outside of our 9 to 5 jobs. Now, does that mean that you have to give up your job? No. But many of the people that are a part of my community and are a part of the 30-day challenge are people who want to grow financially. And so, one of the ways that we can grow financially is through this tool called TikTok. And the reason why I'm talking about TikTok today is because TikTok is actually the tool that I have used to monetize the fastest. And if it seems like we're waiting for some people to come in, we are, because I have very many people who are on my Zoom and I want to give them a chance to come in, but I wanted to make sure that we go live and just test out the technology before we invite some of the crew. All right, so I want you to know that I'm Arlene_𝐬 and I'm a life coach. I'm a business consultant, and basically I help you to move forward in your business project or endeavor. And TikTok is, it has been the source of a lot of agita recently because of the quote unquote ban. And everybody said, oh, they're banning TikTok. They're not going to allow us to, really blow up and gain the financial remuneration that many of us have been seeking on TikTok. But I believe that things are actually not as they seem. And I am doing this short live to give you some of the secrets and tips and techniques that I have used to gain over 10,000 followers on TikTok in a relatively short space of time. So I have been on social media for quite some time, but as far as my TikTok, it's been a relatively short time. And that is the area or the social media platform that I would say I have been able to monetize on the quickest. And so that's why I'm here today to tell you and give you the secret sauce about how you can monetize on TikTok in a relatively short space of time as well. So I'm going to ask my team to help me monitor the technology so that we can make sure that you are hearing us and that everything is going smoothly on this call. So let us keep going while we are waiting for some of the people on Zoom to join us as we gave them a time. And we're actually coming in early just to make sure that everything is in order. So we're here. We're here. Yes, we are. We're waiting for people to come on in because we're a little bit early. Okay, now it is getting to the time. And hello, 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 hello to my Zoom family. Hi, it's good to see you guys. Everybody's looking good, looking good. Yes, yes. Welcome in, welcome in. And TikTok is a platform that I paid a good amount of attention to, but I initially thought that TikTok was really for people who were younger, the younger persuasion, and not really for us who are a little bit more mature. But now I know that that is actually not the case, that TikTok is for anybody who wants to get on their platform and be able to monetize. And that's why I'm so excited about this platform. And that is also why today I'm sharing with you some of the tools and tips and tricks that you can use in order to monetize your TikTok. Okay, so many of you have been on social media for quite some time. You've been doing YouTube and you've been doing Facebook, and you're posting pictures of your cat and you're posting pictures of your family, and that's wonderful. But the question is, if you're doing all of this anyway, why not spend some of that time and allow yourself to be monetized? You know, you're doing it anyway. So, what is the likelihood that you can kill the two birds with the one stone? Or, as my friend who is an environmentalist says, not kill the two birds with one stone, but hatch the two birds in the one nest. Because we don't want to kill birds, we want to hatch the birds in the one nest. So, it's very important that we look at what it is that you're already doing. Because many of us who are part of the community, and if you're not a part of the community, then I invite you to go ahead and sign up to be a part of the community at AskArlene'Show.com and allow us to be your support, your supporters, and allow us to, truly be there to help you to monetize if you've not already monetized. In this time and in this season, as you can see, things are changing. We have changes going on in our government with the entree of the new President Trump and the entree of the new Elon Musk, and we have entree of different changes within the bureaucracies and agencies. And so it would make sense at this time that we begin looking at opportunities that we may have in order to monetize and move forward and do things in a bigger, better, brighter way. And so, one of the ways that we're looking at doing this, and one of the ways that I'm sharing with you about doing this, is through your social media. And the reason why I say start with what you're already doing is because that's truly your golden egg. Like, I'm not saying you have to leave your day job and donate your time exclusively to social media. No, what I'm saying is, why not begin monetizing the social media that you're already doing? And I'm suggesting to you very strongly that TikTok has been the area of social media that has garnered me the quickest monetization process. So many people have said TikTok is going to go away because of, this, that, and the other. But what I'm telling you is TikTok is here to stay. Arlene McLaren said TikTok is here to stay. And based on what we're seeing, one of the recommendations that, well, it wasn't a recommendation, one of the requirements that was made of TikTok is that they have to transition from an Asian company to an American company. So they have to have an American company that's running TikTok, not the formerly Chinese company that was running TikTok. And it's my understanding now that that transition that was a requirement is now being implemented. So I would definitely say that if that was one of the reasons for which people were leaving TikTok, it makes sense to continue. working in that vein and working in that area. So, what are some of the things that I can tell you that I have done on TikTok? Well, first of all, as I said, I was able to grow my TikTok by 10,000 followers. As a matter of fact, I was at over 11,000. I was at 11.6 thousand followers on TikTok when they said that they are going to have this ban and that we are no longer going to be able to utilize the platform. Okay. And since then, I have done very little on TikTok and I still have maintained over 10,000 followers. I did the same thing on a different platform just to see, and I had thousands of followers on that platform, and I did freeze my activity just to see what the comparison would be like, what the transition would be like. And what I noticed is that I lost viewers on that particular platform. I lost a following on that particular platform. So I think it's very important that you guys look at the different platforms and get the most value for your time. So if there's a platform where we can grow and the monetization vehicle will continue, regardless of us putting out the maximum, then it makes sense for us to maintain that and work with that platform. And if it's more feasible on that platform, then let's go ahead and get it started. So I'm going to show you my TikTok so that you can see what I'm talking about. So right now on my TikTok, I have over 10,000 followers. So hopefully you can see that as I put the phone in the camera. It shows you that I have over 10,000 followers and I have over 1,800 views on some of the videos that I have pinned. So it's really, really the truth. It's not that I'm making this up. It's not that, we're doing anything funky. I'm telling you how I was able to do it, how I was able to monetize. Hey, I didn't even see you guys there. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, Rose. Hello, Victory. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because if you tell me that you can't, then I will know that you can't and I have to take it off mute. All right. So step number one is I have 10,000 followers. And the question is, how long did it take me to get those 10,000 followers? And to be honest, I've only been on TikTok for months. And I was able to get to that 10,000 requirement within a couple of months. I was on YouTube for years and I still don't have over 10,000 followers on YouTube. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you guys the secret sauce today, guys, to monetize. And I'm saying this platform is the place to be. Let's dispel some myths. One of the myths, like I said, is the fact that this platform is only for younger people and you have to get on and dance. Okay. I'm not dancing on TikTok. Okay. If you look at my platform, you go to Ask Arlene Show, just as you did Ask Arlene Show, just as you did on YouTube to find me here. And when you go there, you'll see videos, but they're not the dancing videos like what you see advertised on TikTok. Much of what I'm talking about is the same types of things that I'm talking here. So secret number one is you don't have to dance. Okay. But truly the initial thing that I did was I began looking at what it is that worked on TikTok. What were some of those people who were like me doing? So since I am on TikTok, I am monetized. I can go live on TikTok. I have a TikTok store, so I'm able to monetize through my store. I began looking at what are some of the things that the mature people that are on TikTok are doing. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm talking to my audience. So yes, there are people who are teeny boppers who may be watching me on TikTok, but I'm not really talking to them. I'm talking to my audience. And then some of those TikTokers who are the younger ones, they may come on and they may join. So many people who are doing things on TikTok and wondering why it's not blowing up. Number one may be that you are catering to the masses and you're talking to everybody and you're not really talking to anybody. So on my platform, I'm actually talking to people who are having positions, they have jobs, or they have businesses and they want to grow, or they have a 9 to 5 and they're looking to move up in that 9 to 5. These are the people that I'm talking to. So yes, it's great to dance, and I haven't done any dancing videos yet, but I would like to do one of those one day, but that's not really what the channel is about. So step number one is to determine what is your TikTok channel about. If you're just dancing and you're just there to, get views because you want to dance, great. That's wonderful. But if you're looking to sell a product, you really want to have your TikTok shop, or you're looking to grow and expand in terms of being able to go live and talk to people like I'm talking now, then the first secret is to determine what is your channel about? Why is it there? So yes, you have pretty pictures like you do on Instagram, but on this particular platform, they want you to talk. So that is secret number two. On TikTok, if you want to grow, the goal is to talk about something. So yes, you want to have pretty pictures like you do on Instagram, but actually you want to talk. Just like here on YouTube, the goal is to actually speak. On TikTok, they want you to talk, and TikTok will give you benefits. So they will reward you when you do what it is that they want you to do. So TikTok is an electronic, it's run by AI. So there are not literally people standing there saying, I like this content, I don't like this content. The idea is if you're talking about something, the algorithm is more likely to pick up on what you're doing than if you're not talking. Okay, so my videos where I talk and I'm establishing a relationship my with my followers is going to do well on TikTok. It's going to do better than my content where I'm just smiling pretty. Okay, so it's very important that we look at what it is that we're talking about, right? So it's not that you have to talk about a particular thing to grow on TikTok, but whatever it is that you're talking about, the goal is to be consistent, okay? Consistently talk about that. So once you find your sweet spot, as they would say, or you find who it is that you're talking to, who your followers are, and what your subject matter is, the goal is to stay within those reins, at least at the beginning, in order to grow your TikTok. Okay. You want to stay within those particular reins. You don't want to talk about, how to cook one day, and then the next day you're talking about how to raise your children, and then the next day you're talking about business development. The goal on TikTok, if you truly want to grow and get to that situation where you're over 1,000 followers and you can go live, and you're over 10,000 followers and you can do your TikTok store, the goal is to get one topic, okay, and talk about one topic. So we said you were actually going to determine what you're talking about, and you're actually going to talk, all right? And you don't have to, another misconception, unlike YouTube, where you really should dress up and look the part, I need to put on lipstick, I need to put on my jewels. On TikTok, the idea is authenticity. TikTok actually rewards you for authenticity. And what do I mean by authenticity? So because it is an AI, they're not looking so much for whether your hair is done or you have on a bonnet, or they're not looking for that. They're looking for the fact that you're showing up and that you're producing content on a regular basis. So what is it that we want to do? Just like on the other platforms, you want to produce content on a regular basis. But not only do you just want to produce content, You want to like, you want to share, you want to tap, you want to engage with other people that are also posting on that platform. Now, why do you want to do that? You ask, Arlene. What difference does it make if I engage with others? Well, like I said, you're dealing with an AI. So they're calculating, or their algorithm is responding by understanding that the people you're engaging with, you actually have a relationship with. So if I go to Carol's page or Victory's page, like she's on here now, and I type in and comment on something that she has posted, the algorithm believes that now we're friends. And so they will begin to show my content to her. So when she goes on her For You page, she will see my content. And we want more and more people to see your content. So the idea is you want to engage with more and more content that's out there. So you want to go to other people's pages and you want to like and you want to share their content and you want to favorite their content. But this is also a secret. And I'm giving you guys the secret sauce. You don't want to merely engage by putting a heart or putting emojis. You actually want to, this is secret sauce, guys. You want to write a comment. You want to have at least 5 words in the comment that you're making on that other person's page in order for the algorithm to pick it up. So how many words? You want to have at least 5 words so that the algorithm can pick it up. And this is also another secret. When you go to other people's content, you want to make sure that you're going to people's content that mirrors the kind of content area in which you want to grow. So it mirrors the content area in which you want to grow. So if I am in the personal development space, and I am, and I'm a life coach and a business consultant, then the people whose content that I'm going to, it would make sense that if I want to blow up and I want to expand my following, I'm going to go to people's pages who mirror the content that I'm putting out. So I really like that content. That's why I'm putting it out. And they really like that content too. That's why they're putting it out. So the algorithm reads that and it's going to share that content more and more with those particular people who like that content. And that's what we want to do. We actually want to be in a particular niche, okay? And that's the secret to growing in that particular area. Now, also, when we're on TikTok and we're posting, and I'm going to pretend that I'm posting now, I'm not actually going to post, but I'm going to show you in here, in the top, you'll see that it says find related content. Find related content. Now, that is where you want it to reflect the hashtags that you're using, and you want it to reflect the content that you're talking about, okay? And so if you're doing this correctly, you're gonna find that it is putting your content in a particular category. And that category is the one that you want to rank for. So I'll give you an example. In this video, and I'm going to turn it down so that it's not competing with me, I put moving forward as one of the areas that I want to talk about. And you see it says moving forward motivation at the bottom. So TikTok is picking up on the fact that my content is motivational and I'm talking about moving forward. Okay, what is your content about? Share with me what your content is about. Okay, and then to the best of your ability, although your actual videos are going to change, you're not actually going to say the same thing in each video, the niche that you're in, whether it's motivation or it's, you know, moving forward, you're going to stay within that realm and you're going to type it in when you do your TikTok videos. Okay, another thing that you're going to do, I mentioned hashtags, right? And many of you who are new to TikTok may not know what hashtags are. But that basically hashtags are key phrases, right? We're going to call it key phrases or keywords that you're using. So as I just showed you, moving forward is one of the things that I talk about all the time. My book is 10 Secrets to Overcoming Fear, Getting Unstuck, Living a Courageous Life. So I'm constantly talking about moving forward, getting up, doing better. It's motivational content, but I have my 10 specific secrets as the backdrop from which I am doing motivational content. So I have motivation as the backdrop, but I have specific 10 points that I will be talking about when I post or when I come to social media. So what you do is you have the little sign, which is called the hashtag sign, and I'm going to show it to you on my TikTok page. And that hashtag, hopefully you'll be able to see it, will highlight, it's the symbol that I put before the content that I will post. So I'm going to show you the sign here. So you see it says hashtag and then it says trending. It says hashtag and it's showing you different things, different words, different keywords that are coming up as hashtags. Okay, so you're going to put that symbol in front of whatever it is that is going to be your niche that you want to talk about. So FYP, it says hashtag trending, it says hashtag teamwork, it said hashtag TikTok made. I'm going to be putting for my own content, hashtag, and then what it is that I talk about. So the goal now is to ensure that your keywords that you're using or the hashtags that you're using are things that people are looking for, right? Key phrases or topics that people are looking for. And so people say, well, I can't talk about my cooking because most people aren't going to be looking for my particular type of cooking. And the secret is almost anything that you're going to talk about, somebody's interested in it. And you want to build your community around that. So I have a community, and what we're doing is a 30-day challenge. So why am I on here talking about TikTok? Because I want you to be able to grow on TikTok. I want you to be able to expand your monetization and be able to move forward. Hello, Island girl. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Type and tell me if you can hear me. I'm so glad to see you. And so here's another person who has already got a huge following on social media on TikTok. So the goal, like I was saying, is to be able to monetize what you're already doing. And I said, you're looking at, oh, I was on secret number 8, which was making sure that what it is that you're using as your hashtag is something that people are looking for. So yes, people are looking for whatever it is that you're doing, but you want to tailor the phraseology or tailor the term to what is going to get you the most amount of views. So that's where some people go astray. Hello, girly. Hello. They're saying, well, I'm doing this content and people aren't really looking for what I'm putting out. But it's not that people aren't looking for what you're putting out, it's that you didn't phrase it right. So this is one of the key secrets. You want to go into TikTok, okay, and type in what it is that you talk about, what it is that is your area of expertise, right? And see what comes up, right? And when you see what comes up, you look at the top videos in that particular area, right? Look at the top videos and see, go into their videos, go into their particular page and see what are the hashtags that they're using for that particular topic. So I'll give you an example. Motivation is one of the areas for my topic. But if I type motivation, it's going to be very hard for people to find me because there's so many videos about motivation. So I have been more specific, and I have in that video that I just showed you, it says moving forward motivation. Okay. And this video has 1,800 likes on it. Okay. 1,800 views. So here, hopefully you can see this. This one is moving forward, but it's moving forward motivation. Okay, so if you look at the bottom, it says playlist and it says moving forward motivation. And if you go back to my page, my Ask Arlene show page, you see it has 1,839 views. Okay, so we want to be very specific about what we're doing. So a lot of people will say, thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. A lot of people will say, oh, you just post, you just do what you're doing. But they're actually secrets, and they're not sharing the secrets with us. And the question is, what are they doing, right? What are they doing? And what I realized is I have to be able to search what other people are doing that comes up, and that will help me to frame what I'm talking about in that particular way. So I didn't change what I'm talking about. I'm still talking about motivation. I'm still doing the same video, but I have to help the algorithm out, because the algorithm will only send my content to the people who are searching for a particular thing. Or it'll niche me with the group of people that are doing a particular thing. So I have to help out the algorithm by doing my research and saying, well, what are the keywords that they're using, right? What is the hashtag that they're using that brings people to them? Okay, another secret. Now that we're talking about these hashtags, okay, many people, as I was saying with the motivation, they're looking at hashtags that have millions of people, right? So everybody and their grandmother is searching for this thing. And so it has millions of hashtags, millions of people searching it, or millions of channels talking about it. The secret is you don't really want to go to just motivation, because motivation has millions. You want to go to, as I said, a smaller niche, right? And so that's why I say moving forward motivation. But what for me, you have to pick what it is for you, and you can type in there and tell me what your area is. Tell me what it is that you're working on. And within there, you can find hashtags and niches that have a following of around 20,000, not a million, not 100 million. Because if they have such a large following, it's going to be very challenging for you to rank. Not impossible, and people have done it, but you're going to make it that much more challenging for yourself, because as people scroll, they have to go way down to find your video, because there are 100,000 people who are ranking for that particular area. So the secret is to just rank in an area that maybe has around 20,000, 30,000, so that you can more easily be seen in that particular group. So I've given you 9 secrets that you can use in order to monetize your TikTok. Now, the 10th thing that I'm going to share with you, and the final thing, because we're going to be out of here at half past, we only want to make this video a half an hour video, is that when you're on TikTok and you are sharing your video, use the words in your video that reflect the hashtags that you've placed, and also that reflect your particular niche or your particular area. So you need to say those words. Say those words, Arlene. Yes, you need to say those words in your particular video so that the algorithm, the AI that's working, can zero in on that word and be able to bring your particular video up when people are doing that search, or when it's posting videos in that particular area. So utilize those words. And if it's, let's say you're talking about Trump, and that that's somebody and that everybody's searching right now, right? You want to type it out and use it as a hashtag. You want to speak it. And then you also want to put it on the page, like on the cover page. So you're going to type it in the cover page, and then you're going to put it off to the side. So many of you, I want you to go to my TikTok, which is at Ask Arlene Show, and I typed it right there. If you type it in, you will see that as you look off to the side, there are some words. That's the alarm telling me my time is up because I'm actually doing a television show at 3:30. You will actually see that I have put it off to the side. So that's what we're going to talk about during the next session. We're going to talk about how you embed those keywords in your cover page so that the algorithm picks up on it, but it doesn't cloud your cover page with a lot of content that makes people less likely to tap because it's too cluttered. So that's what we're going to start with next time. And I'm going to invite you to come back so that we can help you to monetize your social media. Go to askarlene'show.com and click on 30-day challenge or click on challenge and put in your email address and put in your information, just your email address basically, and your name. And that way I will let you know when I'm going live and when I'm sharing this content, and also invite you to be a part of our group. So we're inviting you to make a change, right? Monetization of your social media is essential right now. What did I say? Essential right now, because the world is changing. And so the way that we have done things in the past needs to be adjusted. Doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result is called the definition of insanity. And we don't want to do that. We don't want insanity. Okay. So I'm giving you tools and tips and techniques that you can use to start with on this particular platform called TikTok, which is the easiest platform to monetize on. And if you will take these tips and tools and techniques that I've given you today and implement them, you'll be that much closer to getting your over 10,000 followers on TikTok and being a winner in this monetization of social media process, okay? Digital media at this point is only going to expand. It's only going to get bigger and bigger. And at this point, you're on the cutting edge, you're on the front page as things are moving and changing and shifting. So I have a ton of information that I want to share with you. I paid good money to get some of this information, and I want to be able to download it to you. So go to askarlene'show.com, put in your email address and your name, and I will begin to send you the links when we're going live and share information with you about how you can monetize on TikTok. I'm making it easy and simple and succinct, okay? And we'll be in our Zoom so that you can talk back and forth with me. We can look at your TikTok and see where you are and what needs to be done in order to help you to make your TikTok that much more monetizable, and give you feedback, real-time feedback about where you are and what needs to be done to make that shift. So I am again inviting you. You're going to go to askarlene'show.com, click on challenge, and put in your email address and your name so that we can begin working with you on this 30-day challenge, okay? Within 30 days, you are going to see a change in your social media growth. And specifically, we're working with TikTok because TikTok is the quickest, fastest, and easiest way to monetize. And then we'll move on to some of the other platforms. But as I shared right now, I have over 10,000 followers on TikTok. I'm going to show it to you as we close out. I was able to garner that over 10,000 followers in just a relatively short space of time, in just a couple of months. And there are others who are doing it now, and they're doing it in even shorter span of time. One of the young ladies in the group, she's been in the group for the 30-day challenge, and she has already garnered several thousand followers. Ooh, let me show you again, because I think that that was not clear. So here we go. You can see that it's over 10,000 followers, and it's Ask Arlene Show. And I want you to be able to monetize your social media as well. As I said, the world is changing. You know, jobs are changing and transitioning. AI is, taking over. And one of the ways that you can ensure that you don't get left is to begin by actually monetizing your social media, the stuff that you're already doing. Let's get started to put some dollars and cents to it. You can go live and be monetized. You can start a TikTok shop and be monetized where you're actually selling products. At this juncture, I'm able to monetize on several platforms. I'm monetizing on Amazon as I have an Amazon store. And so what I need you to do is join in, okay? So we're gonna do 30 days. You're gonna go in, you're gonna click on, you're gonna join with us, and it's just 30 days, okay? And you are going to see how your social media transitions, okay? Yes, it's nice to play on social media and it's still play, but it's essential that we begin moving toward transitioning how we monetize so that as the world shifts and as things change, as Donald Trump does what he's doing and Elon Musk does what he's doing, that we still have this avenue through which to monetize and through which to be able to earn. Okay, it's easier than it has ever been to monetize on social media on this particular platform. Okay, so let's start with this. Within the 30 days, if you have questions for me about your particular platform that you're using or your particular TikTok profile, this is how you're going to have access to me, okay? Join the challenge, okay? And then we'll get on Zoom and we'll be able to dissect where you are and what you need to do. We can look at, what your niche is, what your hashtags are that you're using, all the things that we talked about today, and then some, okay? This is the beginning of the 30-day challenge, okay? Get in, get started, and begin monetizing. It makes sense, guys. You're already spending time on these platforms. You're already looking at this one stuff and that one stuff. Why not begin by actually monetizing your own stuff on TikTok, being able to go live and talk about what's on your mind? And there's absolutely no topic that's off the page. It's just how we package it, okay, so that it can be palatable to the algorithm, to the AI. Because as I said, we're not really talking to an adult or a child. We're talking to a bot, okay? We're talking to an AI. And so what we're doing has to be framed in such a way that it can be picked up by the bot. So I do a television show, and my television show is the Ask Arlene Show, and it airs in the city. And so I'm inviting you, if you have not gotten the link yet, to go to askarlene'show.com, sign up, subscribe, and then you'll get a link so that you can watch the show online. Or if you are in that particular area, you can just go ahead on your TV set and go to channel 64, I believe it is, on the cable. All right. Thank you so much for joining with me. And we will sign on again a little later after the show is on. The show is a half an hour show and we are 8 minutes in. So I'm a little bit late. So I'll be back on again at, for my time, it's 3:30 here now. So at 4 o'clock. Okay. So watch the show and then come back to me at 4 o'clock and tell me, whatever tools or tips or questions that you felt you picked up on that were really good, or that you want to hear me expound on. Okay? See you over there right now. Bye-bye. And make sure that you subscribe here. Click the subscribe button and like and engage with me. Tell me what you thought of what I had to share with you today. Okay? See you over there right now. And make sure that you subscribe here. Click the subscribe button and like and engage with me. Tell me what you thought of what I had to share with you today.